Here it is, everybody. Let's get into it. This is the 2023 Toyota Prius LE trim. Lots of videos on YouTube about the XLE and the Limited and the Prime. This is the LE. This is the base model car, 57 mpg, basic features, complete redesign. This thing is for everyone that wants something sharp, point A, point B, great fuel economy, essential features, safety. Oh, let's get into this thing. But first, let's give a shout out to Roswell Toyota. Frank Coombs is the man, and he helped hook me up with this car. Now, this is my personal 2023 Toyota Prius LE, so I'm really hoping to do justice by you guys by putting together an all-inclusive video that tells you exactly what you might want to know about this car. If there's anything I left out, drop it in the comment section below. Let's not waste any more time. Let's get into this car. This is my very first Prius. However, I do know that this heads-up display is very similar to the Toyota BZ4X layout. It's almost identical. And to me, that's something I really like about it. So I came out of a 2004 Corvette a few months ago. I really love the heads-up display. It was something I was accustomed to. Now, if you're used to looking at your dash or used to cars with different dash configurations, this might be a little confusing and might be a little bit hectic. However, I love it. Now, taking a look inside the cabin, you'll find a host of new features and technologies, including the new infotainment system that's more intuitive and user-friendly than ever before. The LE trim features the 8-inch screen, which allows you complete unplugged Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. It's really nice. You don't have to worry about cords. Get in, turn your Bluetooth on, and go. The driver experience in this car is really comfortable. You have an electronic assist steering wheel, makes for really smooth turning. Something I had to get used to one or two times was the shifter. Going from park to drive to reverse, it just boggled my mind the first few times I tried it out, but now I really like it. Something really cool is when you engage the parking button, see, it's not on the shifter, it's a button, it actually engages your parking brake. See, I park at an incline, and if you do that, you don't even have to worry about throwing your parking brake on before you get out. It does it for you. To me, that's a feature that's really cool. Talking about comfort, the seats are made of a really comfortable cloth in this trim. You would think it's the base model trim, the seats are probably not that good. In this car, they're excellent. Now, while you have comfortable seats, they are manual. You have your up and down, your reclining, and then your back and forth. They're very comfortable, but they're basic. However, you still have some essential features like power mirrors and power windows on all four doors, with blind spot monitors that are easily visible while you're driving. And even if the LE doesn't provide a surplus of gadgets and features, everything is super simple and accessible. And while your infotainment is completely touchscreen, one thing I really like are the buttons that you can use to control your AC. Everything is just so simple to use. It's really cool. But not as cool is some of the little Easter eggs hidden around this car. You have this hidden compartment that literally says #hidden compartment. There are a few more Easter eggs around the car, and I really don't want to spoil them for you. I feel like Toyota really wanted this to be special and wanted you to know it's a Prius. So much so that there are hidden Prius logos all over the car, and you get to have fun finding them. One thing that has caused a lot of concern is the visibility out of the back window. It's very small, and this is thanks to the redesign and more aerodynamic shape of the 2023 Prius. However, I've got to say, I drive every day in moderate to heavy traffic, and this Toyota Prius has enough features for me to feel safe and vigilant while I'm operating the vehicle that the back window has not been a concern for me yet. Now, the back seat might be a different story. Let's go ahead and take a look. You insert your hand and press a little button inside the door handle, pop that guy open, and it looks a little tight. And actually, it's not that bad. I'm 6'2" and I can fit back here. My head's not hitting the ceiling. You've got some good visibility. It's really not that bad of a car to sit in the back seat. Passengers do have access to 2 USB-C ports to help charge phones or whatever they need to do. And you do have a little bit of storage, but not a lot. You can put a water bottle back here, but that's about all you've got for your passengers. Your backseat passengers do have access to their own power window right below the door handle, and the back seat's just pretty simple. And if your back passengers are complaining about being packed like a can of sardines, you can rest assured knowing that your luggage is not. There's enough space back here to bring along whatever you need for around the town stuff or even a light road trip. We usually travel with a big suitcase. I can fit that back here, no problem, maybe a set of golf clubs. Now, if you're used to a power hatch or a power rear door, you don't have that on the 2023 Prius. You've got your simple manual latch. It seals good, doesn't make noise going down the road, and then you access the button right up under the handle. So the LE trim does come with keyless entry, but only on the driver door. So you reach your hand in and unlock the car and gain access to it. So if you have your hands full, don't go to the passenger door. You're going to have to reach back in and grab your key. And then to lock, you just press the outside handle. So an aesthetic feature I wasn't too sure about before we actually got to see them was the 17-inch alloy wheels with wheel covers that the LE trim comes with. So it's actually a wheel cover, and behind it you've got some alloy rims. I haven't taken the cover off to see what it looks like, but I am interested. And truth be told, they don't look too bad on this car at all. And while the XLE Unlimited come with a beautiful 19-inch rim, I really like the way this looks. I'm not changing it anytime soon. And the redesigned lights don't look half bad at night. You've got plenty of visibility. The high beams are fantastic. Driving 200 miles back to where I live with the car, I used the automatic high beam feature on and off. It worked great. We're going over hills, going through valleys. One thing I've been very critical of is, does the Prius really deliver on MPG? I've just absolutely loved using the EV mode. I have it on my Venza, driving around town, seeing how good of gas mileage I can get in town. I've seen all the way up to 58 miles to the gallon, all the way down to about 53 getting on some of the loops and highways that run through the city. I've been happy with it. At first I was pretty critical of it, thinking, man, this thing better deliver from the miles per gallon and grins per mile. I think it checks all the boxes. So I briefly mentioned that the 2023 Prius has enough safety features to eliminate your concerns while driving. So the car has the Toyota Safety Sense 3.0. My 2022 Venza has the Safety Sense 2.0. The 3.0 is just a little more intuitive. It has some extra things like lane departure assist, lane tracing assist, which I loved in my Venza, automatic high beams, proactive driving assist, full speed, range driving, dynamic cruise control. So this is essentially just something you can activate while you're going down the road, and it's kind of like an autopilot where it just kind of takes over the car. You have your speed set. It's not going to slow down for you, so don't try that. But it's just going to kind of take over the car, read the road, and make driving so much nicer, especially on long road trips or drives where you might know that you're going to be distracted and you just want to be safe going down the road. It'll also tell you to put your hands back on the wheel if you try to treat it like autopilot. So far, the 2023 Toyota Prius in the LE trim satisfies my need for function, simplicity, economy, safety, and grins per mile. I'm really excited to get to know this car, and I am planning to put together some kind of video for a 6-month ownership and maybe even a year ownership with pros and cons, wear and tear on the car, where I've gone in it, what I've used it for, just to give you an idea of what this car is capable of and maybe what it's not capable of. But most of all, I hope that I was able to provide you a brief introduction to the 2023 Toyota Prius in the LE trim. If you have any questions about the car or any comments about the car, feel free to drop those below. This was my first automotive video, so if you have any comments or feedback about how I'm making these videos, other things you would like to see, feel free to drop that below also. Thank you very much for watching.